Welcome back to RimWorld. My name is Tobal. We have a new prisoner rescue quest that just popped in here. It is, let's see, a 98-year-old combat engineer being guarded by an outpost, at an outpost with 5 enemies. I don't know if we're gonna do that one or not. I feel like somebody who's 98 years old, chronologically, not, well, how does it work? You get 2 ages. You get, your actual age of how long you've been alive, and then there's also, like, how long you might have been frozen in time for. Because, you know, people could have been in cryo or something. But yeah, 98 is going to have a couple health issues, and I don't think we want to risk anyone for that. Diver and Admir getting a little bit of shooting practice in, which is always helpful. You know, I wonder, if someone's equipped with grenades, will they go over to the shooting target and just randomly start lugging grenades at it? You know, it would be inefficient. I'm gonna make a couple changes. I'm gonna wind up closing off the room a little bit, just for decency's sake. We'll line it off here. We could add more batteries, honestly, to this place, but I don't know if we need to right now. We have a really high stored capacity. Although, if you know, some atrocity happened and we suddenly lost all of our power generation, that would drain really quickly. But we probably want to get more advanced technology down the road, just in how the batteries store their energy. I believe there are some technologies that can help with that. Let's see, Adamir has a move faster inspiration, so he's just going to be rocking out a little bit quicker than everyone else. Our gates are still going up. Yeah, this is actually, the steel high security fence is already done. On this side, we still have to finish it on the south side, and maybe on the east side too. Okay, we haven't done that yet either. So still quite a few construction projects to get through. So I did have Logan last episode marked down over to construction as well to help out. And we've got all sorts of fun things going on. So I think I'll add a floor at some point too to the visitors room, just to make it a little bit nicer, because the nicer their room is, or the nicer, I guess, all the rooms that they're in, the nicer those rooms look, the more hospitality they get. And the higher your rating is overall. Let's see, what else didn't I get? We got the drug lab finished at some point recently. Now here's a question. So, panoxycline, it looks like it prevents malaria, sleeping sickness, plague. It must be taken every 5 days to remain effective. So, in order to make this, you have to use, don't you have to use neutronamine, right? Neutronamine? Can you make your own neutronamine? Because I don't think you can. So if we did this, we would basically use up 2 neutronamine for one of these pills, and then we'd have to give everyone this pill every 5 days. So as far as I can see, this is an unsustainable plan at the moment. So is there an option to make neutronamine down the road? Because otherwise, I don't see a way for us to sustain that level of having that drug get, you know, processed every single day. We could have one person have that for a very long time if we wanted to make sure our doctors never got sick, for example. Now, can you schedule it? I don't think you can. If we go to the medical tab, health operations, you can schedule. Now, you can put in here, like, administer, you know, something like this. Like it'll have an option for administer the anti-malaria drug, but as far as I can tell, you're not able to do that every couple of days. Unless we do it under the assignment, that could be a thing. Panoxycline, I wonder if it's not on the list because we've never made it. And then we could say it every 5 days from here. Maybe that's an option, and that could be a way to schedule them to take it. Either way, we're going to make a bunch, just because it'd be helpful to have this on you know, in our inventory. So I'll use up all the neutronamine here, making panoxycline, and I guess we'll just see how it works out. I haven't really messed with this too much yet. It would be nice to at least have maybe one of our doctors completely immune from the really, really serious diseases, or maybe our original 4. We could use 40 pills every 5 days, so because this would give us about half of this, less than 40 really. Alright, we got a bulk goods trader coming through. We'll see if they have anything to sell us. We'll get our card salesman, our spaceship salesman. He works for Space Citizen, Star Citizen. He's gonna be selling those starships. Hey, Logan's throwing a party. Everyone who will gain, everyone who shows up will gain recreation and social energy. Nice. Alright, the bulk goods trader has a ton of leathers. A ton of wood. Is there anything that we could sell that they might like? Oh, this is reverse it. Sorry, they have the stuff down here going this direction. So they've got some jackets, couple helmets here and there. There is an advanced plasteel helmet they have, which is kind of nice. Not too much of anything, really. Lots of food is really what they're offering us. Oh, we could get a little husky. You guys want a husky? It's only 287 silver. We won't be able to breed it until we find another husky. We could get a breeding pair of Yorkshire Terriers, but honest to God, I hate them. I hate them so much. Let's grab that. Let's grab a husky, and maybe we'll trade them. What do they want? Do they... This would be going to them, correct? Yeah, it would. If we trade them just one or two... Where do we have, like... We have some poor quality shirts, too. Let's give them our crappy stuff. And, that'll help even out the cost. And now we're making money again, so that's fine. We'll trade. They'll get rid of some of our crappy shirts that need to be thrown away. God, we really need to take care of these bodies. Who's supposed to do cremation orders? Is that under cleaning, maybe? No, it can't be here because it would have expanded. Oh, it did expand. Clear snow and clear filth. My head is cranked around to the side here to try to find this. Strip corpses. Do cremation bills. Okay, so who is our? Sorry, I didn't mean to change that. Who's our big hauler here? Isn't it Diver? Right? Diver's the one that we normally have doing a lot of stuff. Let's make the cremation job the high priority. There we go. So we're going to make Diver do all of the cremation stuff before he does much of anything else. So he's going to be a little grumpy as he clears out all of these bodies we're about to have, including the ones all the way down here too. So we'll have to deal with that at some point, but hopefully he'll be pretty happy. We do have a rainy thunderstorms happening right now, which does lead to fire. Thankfully it's rainy, so it will put out the fire on its own, which is nice. Hey, nice. Some of our turrets are up and running now. Did we get our turrets on this side? So this side has some turrets, just in case they breach through. It might offer a distraction for just a couple seconds while we get our people in position. You know what we could do, by the way? We could do a, oh shit, everything's gone to hell type of thing. You know, the one mod I think I would really like to have had in here that I don't have is something that lets you make crenellations, or it's sort of it's got the strength of a wall, but it lets you shoot through it. And we could do something similar. We could put like a nicer wall every so often. And I might do that for this position here, but I was thinking about doing a kind of just a last stand secure area to shoot at, just in case everything is going to shit. We have to fall back to the main door, because that would help us if they're pushing through this way or this way, or if they're trying to chase our troops this way. So that would be a nice holding position. Just kind of a hold the Alamo before we retreat inside, and then they inevitably start breaking down the walls. But it would encourage everyone to come in range of the turrets up here. So maybe we put down... I've not used security barriers before. Can I get the information of it and keep it up? There we go. It is hit points of 650, which is actually pretty good. Doesn't really tell you... Oh, cover effectiveness, 65%. Okay, compared to what on sandbags? 65%. So they're the same as sandbags, really. But they have more hit points. So I guess it costs steel. It costs more steel to make the barrier. Let's go ahead and make a barrier here. We'll do that. Now, do we want to have it so that there's... So this is one strategy to do these barriers. You can put something like a steel wall, or a, say, a slate wall here. between the barriers. So your people would position themselves against the wall, and they would peek out to shoot, which I think that gives them an extra bit of cover. You know, I don't know. Is there math somewhere that explains what the cover values are when you're peeking? Because I'd be curious to see that. So we went about 3 over, and then the 4th one we started coming back in like this. We'll see how this looks. I'm curious to see if this would help us out. Just, again, thinking ahead, thinking of, you know, we've not had this situation yet, but I think we're really lucky that we've not had too many problems right now. So this will be our last stand position, nice and next to some turrets. We do need to get these repairs done. Can't we get somebody on construction to maybe do... let's see, this is construction, so how about fix broken down... Okay, I'm gonna have Logan repair stuff. Is what he'll be doing for a bit. Because we were missing some of our repairs. Hey, nice. They're all gonna come in here to eat. I'm glad I made some really big tables here. No one. Now they're not guests in the traditional sense, so I don't think they're gonna come in here to trade. Okay, cool. And we're going through our components like crazy. We did finally get a hospital bed, though. So, infection chance multiplier from room is 50% of what it normally would be. Wait. Is it 50% up? Interesting. Infection chance multiplier. Oh, maybe just because the room is really crappy. So, how much silver did we get? And I think we did finally get our fancy floors, right? Didn't we get sterile tiles? Yeah. So, how much is this going to cost? 264 steel, 1,000 silver. We're going to do this because we want to have a nice, sterile place for our people to go to get treated. And with the addition of the medical bed, hopefully the most critical injured will go to the bed, the medical bed, and we'll go from there. We have a ton of steel. I'm not worried about how much steel we're going to be using because this whole back area we've opened up has tons of exposed steel in it. Chaz has just finished, you know, making our exploratory vein out this way. So, we know that we've got quite a bit of steel exposed here. I would appreciate a little bit more on the component side. Didn't we? Oh, you know, we probably disassembled those ships. Yeah, we did. We had a couple ship chunks drop, and we've disassembled those. That's really what gave us... Why are you fighting a fire all the way out here? Because I built a single fence, that's why. Okay, let's take some of these outside areas away so that we don't run out there for a fight for any particular reason. By the way, this is really exposed too. We have a blueprint only. We don't have a finished wall in here yet. So this will need to get taken care of at some point. Probably, honestly, would be better off doing it. Let's do it on this side. That way people can get into this cavern if they want to go, you know, mine a few more things out. But let's focus on getting this steel fence here. Ooh, you know what we could do? This might be a pain in the butt to micro... Well, you know what we could do? Wooden traps instead. So I was thinking of having a walkway. Like, so what if we have a gap here, and then we put down, for security, we put down a bunch of wooden spike... No, you know what? Because our people would wind up walking over the spike traps, wouldn't they? Because if they had to enter from one side, they'd have nowhere to walk and go over. We could make this too wide, and then we could simply have, you know, traps along one wall, which would kind of make sense. That'd be okay. Oh, let's I must have accidentally done that. Let's remove that. Could somebody please deconstruct this? Logan, if you're still awake. No, you just went to bed, but wake up anyways. Okay, cool. We'll do that. It has been blocked off. That's funny. They still have another way to get out though, so they're not in danger of, you know, walking through the spike trap pit of death. Let's get some of these chunks out of the way. Precision rifling, nice. So we are now able to make automatic rifles. I want to make one just to try it out. Now we can make sniper rifles too, which I might give to one of the best shooters we have, but it requires 8 components. What about an assault rifle? 7 components. That stinks. So we're really going to need to make our own components pretty soon, which we're getting to. We've got mortars. I'll tell you what, let's pause on mortars. Let's actually find out how we can make our own So fabrication's going to need the multi-analyzer, it looks like, I'm guessing. Missing multi-analyzer, so we're going to have to do that, and then we can get fabrication, which lets us craft our own components, probably from steel and maybe something else. So that's going to be important. Oh yeah, we've got our puppy. So how do we want to train the puppy? We probably want to do obedience, rescue would be nice. We'll do everything. We won't release it. It won't be a combat dog. Release lets you, release your dog to fight. I really want to keep this one long term. So we'll keep it inside for now. We have so many open construction orders. I want to add a floor in here, but I don't want to, further delay all these other construction projects that we've got going on. I already just added the whole sterile floor over here. So our construction workers are quite busy dealing with all the stuff they're trying to deal with right now. I've not been paying attention too much of what every individual is doing. Let's watch Diver. Diver should be... what are you on these days? Let's collapse this down. Now you have the one order to do... Now you're on construction, but you should be doing cremation orders. Okay, so you actually are doing cremation. Great. Sorry about making you look at a bunch of bodies, but such as like... Actually, they are decomposing, so he's not going to like that at all. But at least it'll just be him, hopefully. Maybe he won't encounter anyone else in the area. Okay, cool. So he's going to be taking care of that. Do we have someone on animal handling, by the way? Ellie, let's make this... No, it is a priority. She'll be doing this before she does much anything else. So Ellie will be taking care of the puppers, the pupper training. Wait, is her trash... Ellie... Nope, okay, that means that there's no animal training that can be done at this very moment. She's still cleaning. Hey, at least she's much happier. Do you remember the time when Ellie was, like, just grumpy as shit for a long time? She was super mad about life. I'm so sorry, Ellie. I'm so sorry we really had it rough for you for a hot minute. This is pretty nice. The temperature difference here is not, we don't have any kind of a temperature penalty because it's too cold. I will drop this down to maybe like 18. It doesn't need to be that warm. Kitchen looks really good. Pretty excited about how the kitchen looks. We still have plenty of room. We could add in another electric stove to help, maybe somebody else could cook, but I don't know if that's, dang, these auto doors, I forgot how, wait, why are you an auto door? You don't need to be an auto door at all. Maybe this was the old kitchen. You really want to limit the amount of auto doors you have because they do break and they do require components and more resources to basically repair. So we'll try to remove this. We just got an area of the map revealed, which is just another deeper section. I do like our assault rifles, though. I'm going to be very excited about that. Hey, Logan, what are you up to? You are building a high steel fence. We really need... I think we need some hauling for a bit. Do we want to do, like, a day of hauling, just to re-up our hauling? We have tons of steel all over the map. And I think it's slowing down our construction workers. Okay, we're going to do everyone on one hauling for a bit. And this is going to have everyone go just batshit crazy with the hauling. So they're all going to run around and they're all going to go get things. And yeah, that sounds good. Oh, that's right. This is our old... I don't know why we even have a rotten animal storage. But we do. I thought it was a good idea at some point. Worm is pretty grumpy. Why are you grumpy, Worm? You should be happy. Life is wonderful. Minor pain, unsightly. Do you still have those bugs? No, you don't. You got rid of your problems. Okay, everyone's wet, so they're upset. That's fair. I do have you out here handling animal corpses in the rain, so I guess that's understandable. Let's go ahead and kill this door here, because we already have a steel high-security fence gate in position. But yeah, what I want to see is I want to see all these pockets of steel dragged together in the inventory, so that way our construction workers don't have to go all across the map just to get a piece of steel for their next job. So it'll probably take another full day of hauling to get a lot of this stuff taken care of. But thankfully, because of the mod that lets everyone stack things up, it wouldn't take as long as it normally would. So it's going to be a nice change. We're doing good on... I think we're still good on food, right? Yeah, we still have 5,000... combination of meat and... Wow, we have a lot of meat. Oh, it's because of the insect meat. Well, that's nice. It'll last for a long time. I think it can go into a meal, too. It counts as an ingredient in your normal cooked meals. Are you all... No, you're cremating still, but everyone else is... Okay, so we have some guests. Yeah, you know what? Hey, look, it's just a volcanic winter. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. In BD. Well, that's funny. We still had some open grave sites, so they're hauling the bodies to that. All right, so hey, how are you all doing? What is your background? Oh, well, you are kind of a crafter, though. You're a gourmand, so there's a chance that you will ravenously overeat. You would be a night owl, and you're psychically sensitive, so that would really suck if you get a psychic, whatever that thing is called. Not the soothe, but the bad one. Now, 8 crafting is good. A passion for shooting, which is fine, but off the bat, they wouldn't be a great shooter. Do you have any health issues? You have a scratch scar on your torso. Very minor impact on you. Who's the other person that showed up? Shia. What's your background? You are a nervous, greedy, kind person. You're unable to do dumb labor, crafting, or cooking, which is kind of what we need, so I don't think you're going to be someone we look towards. Now, Odette here wouldn't be a bad addition. She has crafting. Now, she's from the League of Histicoder. How much... What's our relations with Histicoder right now? Those are... Oh, poor Chassis is like, does he not know anybody? Interesting. Let's switch over to factions. So... Beepian Union. Is that what we called ourselves? The Beepian Union? I forgot what we even named ourselves. Histicoder, we're kind of neutral with them. We're actually at -18. That would kind of stink. If we wind up stealing them, we would probably lose the ability to trade with them. Not that we do a ton of trading, but it would be one more group that's trying to raid us. So, I don't know. Maybe we keep an eye out for prisoners instead. That might work out. Is she shopping? Hey, she bought something. What did you buy? I think you bought some of our... Oh, you bought one of our guns, I think. Right on. More power to you. Chatted about loving. Diver and Odette are just straight up talking about sex, and they're just unashamed. They're like, yeah, what's your favorite? Oh, yeah, what have you done before? Okay, cool. Nice to meet you, I guess. It's just really casual conversation. That's fine. That's fine. We have a very open group here. We're very open-minded. It's wonderful. All right, everyone's still doing their hauling job. What do we have going on in the world map? I feel like we've had a couple of offers. We've had a peace. Yeah, we have a peace treaty that could be something that could be done. We've got this guy that needs to get rescued, but it's like a 95-year-old person. I mean, it is really close. I just feel like we're going to get them and they're going to have a heart attack and die. This would let us have a peace treaty with, or not a peace treaty, a peace talk with the blue pig Vakrow. And the blue pig Vakrow, we are at a pretty crappy relation with. If we wind up, I don't know, it's almost worth it to try. It's only like a day and a half. And right now no one's really doing much of anything. How about we try it? Let's send... Okay, we'll make a caravan. We're going to send Emily the con artist. Yeah, she's the one who's the fast talker. We'll put somebody who's a really good shot. We'll give her Logan, because Logan's got the LMG, and we'll also give her Ellie. Okay. Let's give them the... Oh, we have a bunch of packaged survival meals. We must have grabbed those off of somebody's corpse before. Alright, this is only going to take about 2.2 days, so I'm going to bring back, cut down the food a little bit. Just in case they get delayed, we'll say, we'll give them 3 days worth of food. Okay? It should take them under 3 days to do there and back. Okay. That looks good. We're going to try those peace talks out. Because it wouldn't hurt to have less raids. As the difficulty scales up, I'm feeling like it would probably be smart to keep everything calm with as many people as possible. Alright, let's also give a cutting order for some trees that are in the hallway here. I guess the hallway of death. Okay, so Logan's getting ready, Ellie and Emily are getting ready. Cyberdank is in a shooting frenzy. Alright, off you guys go. One day for that. While everyone else is busy gathering up steel and whatnot. Actually, they're not even gathering steel yet. They're still gathering, like, random corpses and stuff. What are you guys gathering? You're drinking a beer. You're hauling sandstone chunks. Not exactly the most efficient thing in the world, but we do have outstanding orders for it. Once you guys start getting to steel, we'll be a little bit better off. I like that they're doing the hauling jobs for chunks. That's fine, that's fine. We'll get a lot of this steel, and it'll help us out, especially we have so many outstanding orders to build these high-security fences. I think I'm going to try to have that idea where we have maybe a 2-wide gap in between, and then we build another fence on the other side, and then we have some traps spread out in between. It might be a little dangerous for the person who's setting up the traps, but I think if we put them all along one row, we should be okay. I'm not sure, but you know, this is part of the game. We'll test it, we'll try it out, we'll see if it works or not. We have something, don't we have something to build? We've got that giant... Yeah, we have a comms console we could try to build. It only needs 4 components. Why don't we put that... Let's actually put that over here. I know it's not part of the butcher shop, but I don't know if there's any other area we could drop it into right now. The butcher shop is never really going to need to be this big anyways, so we'll say it's a shared space. We could put down this orbital trade beacon too, and I think it'll take whatever you've got in that area, in that range, and it'll offer it when you're doing trade stuff. Let me see the border of this so I can maybe put this down. We'll do 1 over right there. That'll include our raw resources, some of our raw resources, and our trade goods. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. That's fine. We'll just see what happens here. That'll move it over in case we want to trade. Mostly we're going to be selling expensive things, right? And if they drop something off, our people will move it to the appropriate area. Are you eating a full meal? Crap. You little bugger. Oh, we need to make you a little bed too, don't we? What do we have a lot of leather of? We have a good amount of rhinoceros leather. Sounds good. Congratulations, you're going to get yourself a nice rhinoceros leather bed. And I think we'll put it in the rec room. That seems like a pretty cool, calm place for a doggo to sit and sleep. Is there any way to feed it? I guess feed it a different style. Oh, hey, we built the pod launcher. Very cool. What are you filling? What kind of fuel are you filling it with? Chem fuel? Curious. Let's now that we've got this, I guess we can probably put down our first transport pod. Now, didn't it say that these can be placed next to each other? I thought it did, but I guess we'll just have to build one at a time. It only needs 1. That's really cheap, honestly, for basically the equivalent of an in-atmosphere spaceship. That's very impressive. How are you all enjoying your stay? Are you happy with us? Social, guest. Yeah, both of you are happy with us. Both of you had friends, so... Or I guess, Shia does. Oh, there we go. She just got her second friend. So we could recruit her right now. Ugh. I'm so torn. I don't want to make yet another enemy. Let's see how this trade deal goes. Or the peace talks go. And we'll try from there. I'll tell you what, why don't you stop doing the cremating of corpses, of rotten corpses. We don't need to worry about that because it looks like we're storing them. Cool. That works. What else can we be doing here? Hey, peace talks triumph. What? A tornado generator? Holy crap. Hang on a second. First of the relations with the blue pig of a crow have improved by 102. That is insane. The blue pig of a crow have offered us a tornado generator. What, did you just have that in your back pocket? You're like, here, have a tornado. Relations with them have warmed so much that they are no longer going to attack us because we're up to 52. Wow, what a great talks. That is insane. Let's go back to the factions tab, or the relations tab. Oh, that is exciting. We're like basically allies now. That is insane. Now, you know what's cool, I think? If we get this comms console built, I believe we can call them at any point and offer a trade deal or say, hey, we're under attack, come help us. I believe. I've not messed with too much with alliance stuff. Oh, we need to send them home, sorry. Come on home, folks. Well done. Can I see what that fancy gear is? Tornado generator. Okay, so it only does it one time. It looks like it locks it out and block the device. So it's a one-time use. You summon a freaking tornado. So if we wind up getting a group that we just simply can't handle, like another group that wants to do mortars on our face, but they all, you know, maybe they've got automatic turrets or they've got really, really strong, high-quality defenders, we could drop the tornado. Holy cow, that is insane. What a great result. Ellie, you are a champion. Are you happy about that? Do you have like a happier... Or is it Emily? No, it's Ellie, right? Which one of you is the con artist? It was Emily then. Oh, I can't see how happy you are. Okay. No, I guess there's no result from having great successful peace talks, but even so, that's I'm excited. That was awesome. That was so cool. That is so cool. How are you doing as a guest? What have you liked? What have you not liked? You slept in the cold. I don't know if that was us or not, but just to be safe, I'm going to put a heater down right here. That way we'll make sure that we keep their heating areas nice and toasty. What else? You didn't like... Oh, you got insulted by one of us. Oops, sorry. That happens from time to time. Recreation fully satisfied. You were charmed. You're extremely comfortable. So you're in a very, very good mood. So when this group leaves, we're going to wind up having a pretty decent relation with them. I think. Does it boost your... I don't remember if it's like after so many attempts or if they get home. It can basically boost your relationship with that faction. Alright, are we all still gathering stuff like crazy? Hey, we got those sandbags in place now. Little weird sandbags in the middle of your base, but hey, whatever works. Alright, Azazel out getting steel. I think we're at the point where we're actually starting to get our steel picked up. So that helps. Aw, Barton, why are you sleeping outside for? How's your training going? You've got 1 out of 3 in obedience. Once you get obedience, then you can do the rest of these, by the way. You have to have obedience first. I guess the person who trains it will become the master, right? Because that would make sense that it's, Oh, it's probably one of the 3 that are gone. That's why. Alright, so they're probably going to be home very, very soon. Yep, they're on their way. They'll be back later this day. We still have our people doing gathering, so I will turn that off at some point relatively soon, but I want to try to get as much steel stockpiled as possible, because we have a lot of it out on the map. And that way it keeps Diver from having to, you know, be overwhelmed forever and ever. Nice. They're absolutely amazed by your hospitality. Now here's a question. We just had this finish up. Was Histocoder at 12 or was it at a different value? Like -18. Did it actually help us out? I'm unsure. Maybe repeated visits will slowly increase your relations over time. We have a self-tamed rat? Okay, I'm gonna slaughter you, my friend. You're gonna become someone's chew stick. Yeah, that multi-analyzer is gonna hurt, but once we have it, we can drop it in. Now, we'll probably have to move the filing cabinet, or we might be able to fit it right in the corner. We'll see. Do we ever get enough leather or cloth to, We really haven't yet. How long was that cloth sitting out for? We have a lot of plants that are ready to harvest too, so let's take one person off this job. Who's got plants? It's Ademir? Yeah, so let's take you back off hauling for a bit, so you can focus on your plants again. Hey, they've arrived home. Wonderful. Who's got the toy? Who has the toy on them? Okay, so Ellie has it. So, equip tornado generator. I don't even want to mess with it, honestly. I'm assuming when you equip it, you'll have an option to activate it. Or there will be some kind of option in your inventory. I don't want to accidentally set it off, though. So, I'm just going to keep it there for the moment. Very powerful tool, should not be left in the hands of con artists, right? Oh, no, she's the surgeon, that's right. Emily's the con artist. Why are you so grumpy? Darkness, uncomfortable. Okay. You're just, it's outside. You're just grumpy about life. Fair enough. Okay, we're doing excellent on our hauling. How much steel do we have now? We have a ton of steel. Excellent. Awesome, wonderful, other descriptors and things. We only have 6 stupid components, though. It's mildly frustrating. Where does your steel show up as? Here we go. We have 3,800 steel. That might be map wide. Is that map wide or is that right here? I think that's map wide. Oh, we do have 750 right on top of each other. That's still very impressive how much steel we've got, which means we should be able to, you know, do a lot of these projects very, very quickly if we need to. I think we're a bit more caught up now. I might do hauling for another half of the day until this pile gets picked up. But otherwise, I believe we're going to have grabbed most of the stuff that we need or want. Do we have any components inside of here? We don't have anything exposed. So that would be super useful to cut through that. We have a little bit of steel out here that needs to get picked up at some point, some way down here. I mean, that'll happen over time, but at least we've given Diver a leg up on the issue, because Diver is one of our main haulers. So he's going to be having to deal with a lot of that. Ellie might be making the run for the rest of the steel. Cool, so that should be done pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and change up the haul orders. We'll send them back to about 6. Let's get everyone the same. Go down to 6. Diver's the one who normally doesn't do anything, right? Right. He's getting better at construction, though. So, we're going to have him... Who's doing construction right now? Logan's doing #1 on repairs, but I think he's about 3 or 4 normally. Everyone else has high construction. I'm going to send... No, that's Worm. Let's get Diver back into hauling for a bit. Man, once he hauls, though, he's done. Let's keep it on this. That way everyone finishes these construction jobs immediately, and then they go back to their second job, which for Diver will just be hauling. We also can have Chassis helping out with the hauling as well. Oh no, he's crafting. He has passion for it. That's right. So I guess Emily's on cleaning, Ellie's on cleaning. What if... I also have her to help out cooking. Let's have Ellie help out with that once she's done cleaning. It only takes a little bit, like maybe a day to get everything cleaned up again. A little bit more because we've not had anyone cleaning. But once she finishes, everything should be taken care of. You get that, Rat. How much leather did I get us? 13 leather. That's kind of surprising. That's a lot of leather. I think that was a boom lope that just exploded because I heard something... the camera shook just a bit. Alright, I think that's a good point to wrap up the episode. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of RimWorld and the Chronicles of New Eden. I hope you're enjoying the series, and until next time, please do take care.